Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs. Welcome to my Happy Friday show. Hi everybody, thanks for being with us live here on this beautiful Friday. I want to start off by saying Happy Hanukkah to our Jewish friends, and to celebrate that, I thought it would be perfect to make a little bit of a Hanukkah punch. So the cocktail of the day that's what it's called. Yes, I made it blue, so just to be some festive. So happy Hanukkah everybody. Cheers. Cheers. And happy Friday. It's yummy. It's got some coconut rum. You would think that this is kind of like a Blue Lagoon cocktail, but I actually added coconut rum instead of vodka. And so coconut rum and that blue curacao with some lime juice. And then you can put either just club soda, or if you want it a little sweeter, you can put Sprite or 7-Up or something like that to get a little more extra citrus. And then that coconut kind of on the end is really, really good. So cheers, everybody. Happy to have you here. Today, December 11th, is a special day for us as Icelanders. I should say me. You're not an Icelander, so you don't really know.
No, I don't know.
But me and the kids, because in Iceland on December 11th marks a very special day, or night, I should say, for the kids. And so I got to tell you a little bit of a story about Icelandic Christmas, because we have not just one Santa Claus, we have 13 of them. They are sometimes called Jólalads lately in English, but we call them in Iceland, we call them Santas. Now they are actually, their parents are trolls and they live in the mountains. And so back in the old tales, they of course were, they were a little bit mischievous. They would sneak into the farms and do a little, steal a little bit and do little tricks, but they would also be really nice to the kids, the good kids. And so we have kind of grew up with all of these tales. And funny thing is, the 13 Santas, they all have individual names. Each of them has individual names, and they're kind of funny. Not just kind of, they're very funny, but it's based on their characteristics and those stories, those tales. So for example, we have one that's called Door Slammer, Sausage Swiper, all these fun little fun names. And so I wanted to tell you a little bit about this. So their parents, like I said, are trolls. Their mom is called Grýla, and she's a scary, scary troll. So here's a photo of how we grew up from those stories in the book. So this was the first vision of Grýla to us. So Grýla is actually, you have to be nice on Christmas, because what she does, she takes naughty children and eats them. Yes, she boils them in her big cauldron.
That's horrible.
I know it is horrible. I mean, we Icelanders don't joke around with scaring their kids to behave for Christmas. And so December 11th, back to that, 13 days before Christmas, the Santas start coming to town one by one. So one at a time they come to town. So the kids put their shoes in the window, or a shoe in the window. And so if they are nice, they get a little something from that particular Santa. But if they're naughty, they get a raw potato. Yes, a raw potato. There's no coal.
That's sad.
It's no coal. It's just a raw potato. So December 11th was always waiting for that first day. So can you imagine how great that was as a parent to have 32 weeks before Christmas? You have this excuse to scare your kids to behave. Otherwise, it's a beautiful thing.
Did it work?
I think so. Yeah, it did. It did. And even after I moved here, so these Santas are very special and they got magical powers, because they would even put stuff in my kids' shoes here in the United States 13 days before Christmas. Yes, they are magical. Anyways, back to Grýla. So Grýla, yes, she eats naughty children. Not only does she do that, so her husband Leppalúði, he's kind of a wimpy guy from what we learned, all the stories that we learned. So there, I found another, there's not really a photo of him, I remember in the storybooks that I read, but I found this one online. So it's kind of very indicative. So this is supposed to be Grilla and Lepaludi. He was kind of a wimpy guy, but he was also a troll. And he would just have to do whatever she said. But you might notice that big cat behind her, because not only did Grilla have, you know, this big cauldron that she would boil naughty kids, but she also has a cat that the size of a human, a black cat called the Christmas cat. So this is, and he would eat naughty children. He would catch the naughty children. So this is another photo, or not a drawing, obviously, from this poetry book that we learned all those tales from. Can you put that one up where the cat has caught a kid? No, not this one. The next one. Yeah, that one. Yeah, so this was in the storybooks and this little book of poetry with all the tales of the Santas, and there's tales of the cat. So if the kids did not behave and or if they didn't get new clothes for Christmas or something new, the cat would get them. Yeah. And here's another photo of the Santas from that book, same book, that drawing of them coming to town. So they're coming from the mountains to town one by one. And so this is kind of our vision, the vision that I kind of grew up with. But let's go back to Grilla and Lepaludi, that one, this one, yeah. So this is actually right now, this is these little big figurines. This is up north in Akureyri on the main shopping street. So this is a very popular photo op of Grilla and Lepaludi. But in this case, you know, Lepaludi is a little bit taller than, you know, we imagined, although Grilla is quite hunched over. And we never saw them with polar bears. There's no polar bears in Iceland, so this was a little bit, yeah, that's really odd. But it's a popular photo op spot if you kind of read the stories about Grilla. Anyway, so we still, as a kid growing up in my small town in Selfoss, so also usually around the time that we start putting our shoe in the window, which would probably be this tomorrow, so the first Saturday after we start putting the shoe in the window, the actual Santas come to Selfoss to kind of ring in the holiday season. And so these are the Icelandic Santas that I grew up with, and they are still around. So we always grew up with them just wearing the red Santa suit like normal, you know, the Santa Claus. So even though the tails, they were wearing wool and, you know, just skin and skin stuff. So there's, yeah, put up this one, the Jula Lads New. So recently they've started putting on kind of little story sessions for kids with them dressed, obviously, in the traditional garb, which is probably this is how I would imagine it if it was real life. But let me show you the Santas that I grew up with and that are from Selfoss, for example. So these guys they have all the same names as the traditional, they just wear this red Santa suit. However, you might notice they wear really cool wool socks, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. And so this is from my hometown, and these guys, probably some of them related to me for real. Actually, my dad back in the day used to take part in that. Anyway, so I wanted to show you, they still come from the mountains. So there's this one photo of that day, the Saturday, which would be tomorrow, where this would happen. I don't know if COVID is putting a kink in this, but this is a fun event. They come on this old bus, and they are loaded on top and everywhere, and they come across the bridge into our hometown. You can see the mountain. So our Santas live in this mountain, which is called Ingólfsfjall. So they'll come, and then they'll meet all the kids and even go up on stage and sing. And you'll notice those socks again. Can you see those socks that they're wearing? The wool socks, they fold over their boots. And then there's one more photo from them singing up on stage. You can really see them. Well, these socks are super special, and the mittens as well, because my grandmother on my dad's side, Amasika, which was really just the greatest human ever, she made these socks. And so she kind of had these signature wool socks that she knit, this pattern. And so we all have one, all of the grandkids, great-grandkids, everybody, that she would always give these away. And I guess Grilla hired her to make them for all of the Santas. So they're all wearing these and mittens to match, and these are all made by my grandma. So that's always really kind of sentimental to see that in photos and stuff. But we all have a pair. HP even does have a pair, so they're really nice and warm. They're just the best. They're the best. They're real Icelandic wool. But that was my story that I wanted to tell you, and so this is a fun day for us. My kids, even today, sometimes ask, Mom, my shoe's in the window. They try. I might put mine and see what happens. Do you think that would work? Yeah? Mm-hmm. Will I get a potato every morning? It was one story, so, and this was probably, I was about 5 years old or something like that. Yeah, because my brother was 3 years younger than me. He was about two or three. I was 5. And we had put our shoe in the window. I was very excited, and I guess I did not want to go to bed at the proper time. So I woke up that morning and I found a potato in my shoe. Yes. So I was devastated, of course, and embarrassed because that never happened to me. So what I did is I took that potato and I threw it out the window into the snow. And so then my dad, of course, came in the morning. Oh, hi, good morning. So what did Santa give you in your shoe? And I said, chocolate. He said, oh, really? And I'm like, yep. I said, where is it? I ate it. I finished it already. And he's like laughing and asking me about the wrapper. And I had some story about the wrapper. But yeah, that was a good one. My brother did not get a potato that time, but he got a potato every single year, tell you that. He was bad. I think that was the only time, at least that's the only time I remember that I got one, because I was so embarrassed. Anyway, so that is my story of the day about a little bit of Icelandic Christmas. But I hope you saw this past Tipsy Tuesday episode where I shared the 3rd Advent project. Now, can you hand me the trivets? They're right over there. They're on top of that batting. Of course, I forgot to bring it over. Yeah, underneath that piece of paper. So I'm going to show you. So I made little trivets, really fast and easy, quilt as you go, so they come together really fast. And I made quite a few. Just need a 5-inch square, a 1.5-inch strip, and a 2.5-inch strip, and that's all you need. If you want them to be true trivets and put really hot stuff on it, you want to have an insulation in there, insulated batting or Insulbright. We sold out of what we had, but we have lots more coming. So these are not just for the holidays. I mean, I just made mine with some leftover Christmas fabrics, but they could be definitely made for any time, any fabrics for using year-round. Everybody needs a trivet year-round. So it's a great little gift for hostesses or just a little occasional gifts. Great for maybe, little giveaways or group projects. So I hope you enjoyed making those. I'm already seeing some pop up in the crew, some photos. Now I'm going to remind you this next Tuesday is going to be our 4th and last Advent project, and we're going to have a little photo kind of slideshow showing you the following Friday, showing you all of the 4 projects that people have been making and posting. So let me know in the comments if you made some and you tried it out and how it's worked out for you. Of course, if you don't want it to be a trivet, if you just want it to be a candle mat, you can just use regular batting. You don't have to use the insulation batting. But any questions on that or comments? Love to hear it.
Love the Icelandic stories.
Love the Icelandic stories. Yeah, it is. It's a fun time. I mean, you know, this is the darkest time of year in Iceland. It's really dark. We only get a few hours of sunlight, and it's really kind of sometimes not even fully bright because it's just dusky if it's cloudy. So sun comes up like right before noon, and then it starts going down at 2:30. It's really a rough time. So you can just imagine all those stories that were made up, you know, back in the day that have been told throughout history, and that's why we have the best stories, the craziest ones sometimes. So it's fun. Really appreciate it. Having, you know, because it's fun to tell these stories to the kids.
The Icelandic history.
So I wanted to also mention the Wanda Sew Along, the New Year Sew Along that we're going to kick off next year. Can we put that poster up? Just remind you of the date. So we start on the 12th. January 12th, and then it'll be the next 3 following Tipsy Tuesday. So these will be on the Tipsy Tuesday, so 7 p.m. Central Time on Tuesdays during our show. And we'll take it real slow if you want to follow along. And I wanted just to mention this next coming Tuesday, I'm going to talk a little bit about, you know, fabric selection, how you can get ready and stuff like that, give you some suggestions and ideas. I know some of you have already gotten your fabric ready and you're good to go, but I'm sure that you might want to make more than one of these quilts because it's really a fun one to put together. And just like I said, 5-inch squares. You need then 2 accent fabrics, which is your sashing and your background, and then everything else is just 5-inch squares, which can be cut from a layer cake. If you have a 10-inch square layer cake, you just cut it into 4, so you got 4 squares. Not a big deal. Okay. Any questions on the Wanda Sew Along or Quilt Along? Ready to go on that one? Would the Journey fabric be a good Wanda quilt? Oh, that's a gorgeous line. Yeah, of course, it would be gorgeous. I think any kind of fabric would be good for this quilt. That's just the way it goes. It's a matter of what looks good to you, what kind of fabric you like, what style you like. The tips I'm more going to give you are, you know, when you have a certain group of fabrics for your 5-inch squares, like what should you choose for your background and your accent, what will be a good choice, just so that those blocks really shine and the whole look of the quilt will kind of harmonize. So, but you know, I think pretty much any fabrics would work. Should we pre-cut everything for the Wanda Sew Along? I'm going to talk about that as well. So if you want to just cut it into your 5-inch squares, you can cut your background and your sashing strips and everything, but I wouldn't start subcutting anything yet, because that's, you know, you want to get the benefit of the Quilt Along, because I always give you extra tips on some processes. All right.
Where can you find the trivet pattern?
The trivet pattern, so the video, everything is on YouTube and on our website. So we created a blog post specifically about the Advent projects, so all the information is on there. So now the trivets have been added on there, so there you'll find both a link to the videos and then the instructional sheets, the little printouts. That's all under free patterns on my website. The link is right there in the blog too, so you can find everything there, and links to the products I use and stuff like that too. So it's all there. Now next Tipsy, we'll be doing, like I said, the last Advent project, and this one is going to be a no-sew project. You can add some sewing on it, but there's no need to. So it's a great one to do with the kids, the grandkids, or the adults in your house. Just sit around and kind of make these projects, and they're really fun. They're very Scandinavian, so I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. Just a little twist on that.
What are the dates again for Wanda?
Dates again for Wanda. We can put that poster back up. That is January 12th, 19th, 26th, and then February 2nd. So just during Tipsy Tuesday, so no need to set aside anything but your Tuesdays. You should have those bookmarked on your phone or your calendar anyways. And make sure, you know, if you have a hard time finding the Tipsy Tuesdays or the Happy Friday shows, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're watching on YouTube, because then you'll get a notification. And then on Facebook, make sure you like our page and sign up for the notifications, because then you will always pop up. If you just go on Facebook during our time, it will pop up automatically and you won't miss it. No, we've been getting a lot of good stuff. Yeah, hearts, hearts, hearts. Show us your hearts and thumbs up. We like that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Of course, it's still my birthday week, right? So birthdays, right? I mean,
Oh
my
goodness, yes it is.
I always say so. If my birthday is in the middle of the week, you get 2 weekends, right? At least that's your birthday week. So you get the full weekend before and the full weekend after to celebrate. That's your birthday week, right? So when my birthday's on a Friday, because it's already kind of a weekend, I kind of have the weekend before, and now I have this weekend coming up after, right? So when your birthday's on a weekend, so then, and then mine was a Friday, so it was kind of a weekend. So I'm milking this one. So I get until Monday. Monday I'll be done, honey. Monday I'll be done. It's great. I got a little present yesterday. Surprise present. That was wonderful. I've been wanting those little mirrors on the wall in my bathroom that like shows your face really big so you can really see everything. It's kind of a bad thing because you see everything, but I've been wanting that, and I got it installed as a surprise yesterday, so that was really good. So thank you, honey. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
All right, products I wanted to mention. We are shipping stuff out instantly, so if your order comes in the afternoon, it goes out the next day. And if it comes in before like 11 o'clock, we can get it out sometimes same day. And most times same day. So we are restocked up on, we have the XL rulers back in stock. We have the big 24 by 36 inch mats. We have all sizes of mats back in stock. So if you have some of those things on your wish list, the irons are back in stock. We've got plenty of the Velocity Reliable irons. They are back in stocks. We got some Yazzie bags that I talked about during the last show, the thread kit, some great gift ideas. And then, of course, we've been getting a lot of fun fabrics. One of the things that I did just get back in stock was the Wonder Clips. We've had the big ones, the extra large one, which I love to use for Quilt As You Go, but these are just the normal size. This pack of multicolored, of course, not always more fun with multicolor. So these are back in stock. These I use all the time for all kinds of things. So I just wanted to let you know about that. We have been getting restocks finally, you know, with everything blowing up and everybody's sewing. You may have noticed that the fabric companies, it's been really hard to find some basic fabrics. Even like solids solid white and solid black has been sold out with every single fabric company forever. But then even their basics have been the same thing because everybody's been making masks and sewing a lot. But we got a restock on lots of basics, so I wanted to start with that. We got Spotted by Moda is one of my favorite basic lines. So we got all of those colors except I think 1 or 2 in stock. So the taupe has been out for a long time, the shadow and the graphite, really popular colors, and the buttercup. So I just grabbed a few, but we have a lot of different colors for the spotted, and both in the 1 yards, and then also some spotted 3 yards, which is new. So we got the ivory, we got the white, and the steel and the graphite, and a couple other colors. The taupe is also available in the 3 yards. That's the one I used for my Harmony quilt. And then my other favorite basic lines is the Canvas by Northcott. So now we have all the colors back in stock of Canvas. And so like we've done before, we put together a fat quarter bundle with all the colors that we carry. So this is a bundle of 30 different fabrics, all of the Canvas colors, and it does come with, it's not in here, but it comes with a sheet listing all the colors in order and their color numbers, so you can kind of compare, use this as your own color card. And it's just a great to have in your stash because it has all the colors, and you can always use that as a reference when you need more. So love that. Some other things, I showed you this on Tuesday, but I wanted to mention this because this is the Animal Crackers brushed bundle. So this is, these fabrics are, they feel like flannels, but they're brushed, so have the really nice, they're thinner than flannels, but I have that soft top side, kind of like flannels, so they're really great for cuddly quilts. And I am using Animal Crackers for one of the kits for our Fast and Furious project, our Pitter Patter baby quilt in February, but that kit is not brushed, and I have gotten some questions about this, and I wanted to just mention you could definitely, if you have lots of quilts to make, I know a lot of you do donation quilts, baby quilts especially, for all kinds of organizations. So one kit, one bundle can make 4 quilts, 4 baby quilts, if you just get one of the 1 yard. So you need 1 yard for backing. So we have these 3 colors in 1 yards that go with a line. So if you get a 1 yard for your backing, you can make 4 baby quilts out of a bundle, which is a really great deal. So I just wanted to mention that because a lot of you are interested in animal crackers and may want to just jump on this and get the brushed, because it's so cuddly and nice. And even if you don't use the brushed, if you want to get the kit with the regular fabrics, you can still put a brushed backing. I do that a lot. With regular fabrics, I do put flannel backing sometimes on baby quilts and just lap quilts that are going to be cuddly. I do that all the time. And a brushed fabric will not shrink as much as flannel, so you don't need to wash that beforehand. If you want to put flannel back on a regular cotton top, I would wash that first and then quilt it, because the flannel will shrink a little bit more than the regular cotton. All right?
When would the Moody Bloom be?
Moody Bloom, you know, everything, we're just waiting. We have had a lot of fabrics that we're supposed to deliver in November, and some of them are starting to come in now. So like I've been saying, like everything is at least a month to 2 months behind. We still have some fabrics that were supposed to be coming in October. They're not here yet. I mean, some of them we're starting to see them get a shipping notification. We always get excited, but we really don't know when it comes until we get that shipping notification. And Moody Bloom, I believe, was a November shipment, so that's probably not going to be until late December. Everybody's behind, and then all the COVID, explosion that's been happening in this last few weeks, it has just slowed everything down, because customs, everything is slower, shipping, customs, and companies being down in employees because of quarantines or people getting sick. So it's just hard. What are you doing? Why are you laughing? And
Put some booze
we're booing me, or just booing the fact that everything is delayed?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Boo.
Oh my gosh. You guys, see, I don't ever hear that stuff. So you're having an inside joke with him that I'm unaware of. So I think that's not fair.
I don't think they can really tell that that's what's going on.
Okay. All right, fun. Well, I wanted to tell you too, because those mask panels that we got, both the holiday ones, we only have a few left of the holiday ones. I actually took some home and I made some like really simple masks. So I made this one so I can be Santa. I mean, they're just fun. I can't wait to use the naughty and nice one. You can flip them around, whatever. But these are I'm including some of these in the gifts that I'm giving this year. Very easy. I just put a solid flannel on the back, so it's really nice and soft and warm for Minnesota. I like wearing my mask outside in Minnesota because it keeps my face warm. Yes, even though we've had such great weather, such great temperatures, but we hear it's going to start cooling down next week. So guess what? I'm going to wear my fully fledged mask all the time. All right, I have a couple of more bundles to show you because they're brand new. And this one couldn't have come at a better time because this one, the colors are so bright and fun and just springy and fresh. And I love that sometimes when you're like, okay, when is spring going to get here? When is it going to be warm again? But also because it's cocktail fabric, and just after I made those gift bags, the bottle gift bags. So these would make some amazing bottle bags. So this is called Clink, and it's by Figo Fabrics. So this is kind of the main print. I just love this artwork, and beautiful, fresh colors. It's got some citrus, and these would not only just be good for for the gift bags, of course. We got some olives on a stick. They would be great for a quilt. I would love to have a quilt like this out of this. We've got the little bottle sticker or bottle labels, and we have another colorway of that one. We got some cherries and all the glassware in the pink, and also in this kind of a mint green, just fresh summery green. We've got the olives again, and then this awesome purple. So we have the same main print here, and this lavender, the drink glasses in a purple, and the darkest purple with the cherries. How fun is this? This is called Clink. We didn't get a lot of it, but I love it. I love it. So I'm going to be making something out of it, of course. At least a mask or two, and maybe something for my table.
Those are great colors.
Yeah, they are really fresh and fun colors. Just different, and that's what I love about Fico. They do things just a little bit different and really fresh, kind of more modern, bright, and cool stuff that you don't see everywhere. And then I have another super fun bundle that we also didn't get a whole lot of, but it is Pot of Gold. Are you ready for St. Patty's Day? So look at the Irish. We have 9 pieces in this bundle, and this is just happy and fun. I was so fun opening this box. So it has all kinds of, yeah, it's called Pot of Gold, so everything leprechaun and Irish, just perfect. So we have the clovers. We even have some gold coins. Have some leprechaun hats and clover on white. So these are 9 pieces. The 9th piece is this awesome diagonal plaid. And we got extra of this, so we have this one also in 1 yards. So in case you want to make yourself a kilt or something, or just a fun mask for St. Patty's Day, or extra bindings. Is a great thing for whatever, if you're making anything. Just love a diagonal plaid. So this is available in the 1 yards. So this is Pot of Gold. Again, we didn't get a lot of this either, and so I kind of have a feeling that it's just gonna disappear pretty fast. But I really love this fun stuff. Really great, make a table runner or something for St.
How do I get Journey?
How do you get Journey? Well, as I keep telling everybody, sometimes you gotta just get it. If you like something, you gotta grab it and snatch it up, because it just disappears too fast. And that was the case with Journey. It sold out really, really fast. And I've tried to find more, but the company is out. So not of all the pieces, but all the good pieces. So I would say I can't get any more, but possibly it's in quilt shop somewhere else. I would just search the net and check with your local quilt shop if they have it. But unfortunately, sometimes when it's something unique like that, it just disappears really fast. It sold out fast on that one. It's not gold, but not metallic, but it's just a really nice hue of gold, so it really appears that way. It's just a bright yellow. And this is by Henry Glass. I forgot to say that. By Henry Glass. Yeah, it's just a nice shade of that gold, so it really appears almost metallic. I love it. It's super fun. Super fun. But do we have a winner? Do you have a winner for us? I hope you're are enjoying the Advent, our holiday leading up to, and if you're celebrating Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah. Oh, Linda, bang! Congratulations, Linda. You have won our $25 gift card. Linda is actually one of my testers, so congrats, Linda. Thank you for all you do. We appreciate it. Any more questions?
Is the collection called Journey?
Journey? We just talked about Journey. Yeah, the collection is called Journey. It's by Northcott Fabrics, if you want to look for it. And we had it as a 12-piece bundle, I believe. The quilts behind me are, I didn't have a chance to swap them out. We were a little late today to get back to the house. Haldora is on the wall behind me. She's in the Quilts of Iceland book. We have my holiday Lexi, my Christmas Lexi behind me. Lexi's a single pattern, and then strip search from 1.5-inch strips, which I made stripping on the side with you guys earlier, and it's in my stripology book, made with 1.5-inch strips. If you want to make it bigger, it's a single pattern. If you want to use 2.5-inch strips and make big blocks. Will there be more thistle fabric? No, unfortunately, that one sold out fast and no more to be had. But we have great stuff coming, you guys. I've got so much stuff coming. And of course, like I've been explaining, we order fabric 6 months in advance. So we're still getting some shipments that I ordered like May, June. So back then we weren't selling as much fabric as we are today. So our shipments are going to be getting bigger. So hopefully we won't sell out as fast.
Other brushed fabrics?
Any other brushed fabrics coming? Nothing in the nearest future. I do have some flannel lines on order for next year because I really didn't realize how sometimes hard it is to find flannel. Not a lot of quilt shop carry them anymore, and not a lot of fabric companies actually make good flannel lines. But I think it's on the up again a little bit, so it'll be fun to see what is coming up. Abandoned. I knew this question was going to come. Abandoned is shipping, yes. So we're hoping that we will have it all by next week, and we will be starting to cut as soon as it comes in. Now, what's happening, I've been explaining, you know, all of the delivery companies are, of course, overrun. So what we're seeing, even with a shipment of fabric, we maybe have 10 boxes coming from the same company in the same shipment, and we get 2 boxes one day, 3 boxes the next day, 2 boxes the following day, and then maybe 1 straggle box a couple of days later, even though we're all sent at the same time. It's just because things are so overrun, and we just have to be patient, and we of course can't start cutting it until it all is in. How large does the brushed flannel make? Oh, what size? So this, I'm talking about the pitter patter, the baby quilt that is going to be the Fast and Furious Club project for February. So you can make 4 of those, because that one takes 4 fat quarters, a ½ yard of background, and then a 1/3 yard of binding. So 3 ½ yards would make everything, and then binding could kind of be coming from 2 different ½ yards for the 4 quilts. And that is, you need a yard for a backing, and if you just get that extra, you could get 4 out of the bundle, because there's great light ones that would work as your background in the quilt, and then this dark one would work great as a binding. And so just wondered if in a bundle you might once in a while suggest one of my patterns. Yeah, I've done that, but you know, all the bundles really work well for most of my patterns. So that would be an endless list sometimes. And I usually talk about it if a bundle has a similar colorway that I may have used for a pattern, because some people just want to have a similar look. So I will do that. But the bundles are just ½ yard bundles. They can be cut into anything. So they work for most of my patterns, whether it's a 10-inch square pattern, a 2.5-inch strip pattern, or whatever else. So, and a lot of my patterns are fat quarters as well. So they really work. It's just a matter of your own taste, because I always I try and make the bundles really balanced so they could really work for a lot of things. What about the, perfect cat bundle for Wanda, accent and background fabric? Yes, I don't have anything with me prepared to show you anything, but that's what I'm going to be talking about on Tuesday. So I will have some suggestions from some of the newer bundles that we have, and just seeing what you should look out for, and what you should, kind of make suggestions for backgrounds and that accent fabric. Yep, any other questions that you have coming our way? Any chance you might consider releasing Fast and Furious early? Nope. We get this question all the time. We are hard set on 20th of each month. That is not going to change, unfortunately. So that's why, we don't have something specific for that month. The December project is just a tree runner. So if you want to make it Christmas, you can still get it on the table before the 25th, or just enjoy it next year. you know, make some for next year. So don't stress too much about it.
They're late. They couldn't get the bottle open.
They're late. They couldn't get the bottle open? Oh, what bottle? I want to hear. What is the bottle? You know, it's interesting. We went and got takeout from one of our favorite restaurants, local restaurants here. You know, all the restaurants are struggling because they're all back to just takeout here. So I suggest if you have a favorite place, go support them. So we went in there, got a great meal and a gift card. They always have gift card specials, so we bought a couple of gift cards. But they had this wine sale too, so they can sell their wine bottles. So we got some good couple of bottles that I'm excited to try. So check if your local restaurant, you can support them that way, even though it's a little bit more expensive to buy your bottle of wine from a restaurant than the liquor store, but sometimes they have something very unique at the restaurants that they maybe can't find anywhere else. So we're gonna enjoy that one tonight with whatever I make for dinner.
How come your items ship so fast?
How come we ship so fast? Because that's my motto. That's our goal, is to get orders out. I know how it is, and we just that's our philosophy. We get our staff on getting things out, and we get them done. So
Got lots of little elves.
we got lots of great elves, and if we have a high volume day, we just pull people from other places to get the orders out, because that's my goal, always my goal. Yes. Anything else? I wanted to talk about last ship day. So even though I have a feeling that we'll be shipping all up until, we'll be closed on the 24th and the 25th. And then we'll also be closed on the 31st of December and the 1st. So we won't be shipping on those days, but we'll ship all up to that. However, now UPS, FedEx, and the USPS are telling everybody that if you want to secure something before Christmas, the last ship day is December 15th. Now, I have a feeling like that kind of depends on where you are, and if you have been ordering from us, you kind of know these days how long it's taking, and we're already seeing delays everywhere. So just be aware. If you want it in your hands before the 25th, it's December 15th. But of course, we will keep shipping it.
Do you prefer red or white wine?
Do I prefer red or white? Well, I started off loving red, and that's pretty much like 10 years ago is all I drank. And then I got into white a little bit, and then I really liked white. And now I started getting into rosés. And because back in the day, rosés were all just kind of sweet. And now they have all these different layers, and they're kind of in between a red and a white, and they have all these different flavor profiles, and I really love rosés. But I don't discriminate. I probably drink the most of rosés. You like rosés as well. We like that. And then white, and then probably red. But yeah.
No red for me.
No red for him. So which is probably why I drink less red than I used to. One of the reasons. Because there's just nothing like sharing a good bottle of wine.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah, and a good meal. So that is it. So we will of course be here next Friday, which is the 15th. So you got all next week if you want to secure something before Christmas. But no, that's Tuesday. Sorry, December 15th is the Tuesday, and then Friday is the 18th, so you don't have that much time. But December 18th is our next Friday show, and that's when we're going to have a little slideshow of all of the admin projects that you've been working on. And I hope you're going to be getting some good sewing time over the holidays as well. I have my plans, definitely, among seeing family and just hanging out with family, but I'm looking forward to it. But this is it for us tonight. Check out the website for all the stuff I talked about. It's all live and there, and the videos are connected there. Check out the blog for the Advent for the Trivets, and I hope to see you next week. Congrats to our winner, Linda, and that's it for us. Do you want to say anything any last words? Any boos or any extra laughter? Nothing like that?
Ho, ho, ho.
Is your drink done? I haven't barely started, so I'm going to enjoy my Hanukkah punch.
That's why I'm so jolly.
All right. course. That's it for us. Thanks everybody for being with us this Friday. Have a great, great weekend.